similarities.
Good afternoon. We're gonna bring the meeting to order. This is the Historic District Commission, Town of Fairfield. Today is July 10th, 2025. The notice of this hearing was published on Friday, July 4th edition of the Fairfield Citizen. Let's go ahead and take attendance. George Clark,
Present and accounted for.
Mark Gravanis,
I'm here.
Jim Bohan. Jim Bohan is here. Maura Garrick. Present. And I'm Rosina Negron. Absent today are Darren Raymond Locke, Jim Accomando, and Greg Valente. Before we start the meeting, we need to do a motion to amend the agenda. We had one of the applicants revised their application. I'll read the one that was initially submitted, and I'll read the revision, and you guys can help make the motion. So the application is Elliot Oswood and Christine Clement, 33 Spruce Street, Southport, Connecticut, 06890, for a property located at 33 Spruce Street, Southport, Connecticut, 06890. For A, repair asphalt driveway by converting to unpaved with native stone grids, natural light gray native color. B, 3-inch apron to match material of the driveway. Apron will be made of 6x6 historic Barnum cobblestone. And C, Ryerson steel edging. And this will need to be amended to item A, repair the asphalt driveway by converting to unpaved with native stone grids, natural light gray native stone. And B is the one that changes to 18-inch apron as required by the Town of Fairfield Engineering Department. The other thing that we might want to amend is that in the old business, I had included the right-of-way watershed in the Southport Historic District, and that needs to be moved to new business. Is there a motion to amend?
I'll make that motion to amend, please.
George?
And I'll second.
Thank you.
Well,
Is there any discussion?
I just was up there.
Hearing no discussion, let's vote. All in favor? Okay. The motion passes. Let's go with the first item on the agenda. Christopher,
Can Jim hear us?
I believe he can hear us. He is in the WebEx, but I think he's muted, so. The first item is Christopher and Christina Albert, 229 Old Post Road, Fairfield, Connecticut, 06824, for a property located at 229 Old Post Road, Fairfield, Connecticut. For A, demo the existing garage and construct a new garage with covered porch on the site. Is there anyone here representing this application?
Hi, this is Christopher Albert, 229 Old Post Road.
Okay,
Shall I
Go
go?
up there.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. People on the TV can see me.
I'm gonna share the application that you guys submitted so that everyone that's on WebEx is able to
Very good.
follow. These ones are the photos.
That's the garage that's deteriorating. We have received approval for a variance to increase the lot coverage by 1% and also come to code by bringing it in off the property line. And we're trying our best to make it look exactly the way it does, with the 3 little windows in line, because it's kind of a little mirror of our house. So we're trying to keep it in that same vein, but make it a more useful structure. It's the survey. That's the new structure. It's just in more detail.
Do you want to discuss the materials?
Sure. We have siding material. It's teal 111 wood siding. Still working on what color to paint. We have Anderson 400 series wood windows. We have primed pine boards that will be painted for trim. The roofing is architectural asphalt shingle roof, slate gray or similar color, 4x4 posts, wrapped and primed pine trim boards, Anderson wood exterior doors. Garage door is a 9x7 carriage overhead door, insulated with windows. The lights are Max Welton Farmhouse Barn Light, black, 2 on the garage door, 1 at each side door. I do have pictures. I don't know if they're there. Yeah, they're there.
Yes. So this is the siding.
The lights.
Anything else that you would like to say?
No, I think, just in general, I think this is going to be an improvement, the way the property looks, and it's going to be much more useful for us. So that's really what we want to do.
Let's see, any questions, Maura?
My only question is on the garage door. You said it's a carriage door, but what's the material?
The garage door is insulated with windows. Jason, do you have any more detail on the garage door?
The garage door is it has a wood exterior, and then it is a fiberglass substructure. And then it has a rubber piece on the bottom so that it doesn't wick water up.
Okay, but the external is wood.
Yes.
You mind stating your name so that we
Yes.
have,
Jason Raymond, I'm just the contractor, kind of helping making sure.
Just.
thank you. George, do you have any questions?
The lights, I'm assuming, are going on the front side or either side of the garage?
So there's going to be 2 facing the street side, so that it'll be on either side of the garage door. Because if you notice in the new design, the garage door is centered, whereas the existing one, it's not centered.
Correct.
So we'll have one flank in either side, and then there's a side door that will have one as well. On that side door there.
Okay, thank you.
And you won't be able to see the side door because of the fact that it's moving 4 feet over. You won't even see the side roof because it's going to be buried by the house. Because right now you can barely see the garage, but that's because it's like a foot away from the property line.
Art, do you have any questions?
None for me, Rosina.
Jim, do you have any questions?
No questions, Rosina. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I do not have any questions. Are there any questions from the public? Hearing none, we did not receive any letters in favor of this application nor opposing this application, so this hearing is now closed. Thank you. The next item in the agenda is Elliot Osgood and Christine Clement, 33 Spruce Street, Southport, Connecticut, for a property located at 33 Spruce Street for A, repair the asphalt driveway by converting to unpaved with native stone, grids, natural light gray native color, and B, 18-inch apron as required by the Town of Fairfield Engineering Department. Is there anyone here to present this application?
Yep, this is me, I'm Christine Clement. So
We originally applied for this last summer and did not get around to doing it because I was very pregnant and had a newborn, so that took up some time. And so it's pretty simple. We just want to pull up the paved asphalt we have right now. It's pretty unsightly, and replace with an native crushed stone gravel. And then we're edging with Ryerson steel. And we decided not to do the cobblestone apron just due to cost at this time. We're not changing the shape or dimensions or anything. It's going to be the same shape, same width.
Anything else?
I think that covers it.
Maura, do you have any questions?
I think you just said it, but just confirming the apron's gonna be asphalt then.
Yes, I think that's to code. We have to have the last 18 inches be, yeah.
Thank you.
George, do you have any questions?
No, just confirming, that's just an 18-inch cement apron from the street, right? For zoning?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Thank you.
Art, do you have any questions?
No, thank you.
Jim, do you have any questions?
No, but as someone who converted from blacktop to crushed stone 20 years ago, welcome to the club and enjoy it. Just the sound of an approaching car is a very comforting thing.
Yes,
Good.
we're looking forward to it.
Good luck with it.
Thanks.
And I do not have any questions. Is there any question from the public? There were not any letters in favor of this application or against this application, so this hearing is now closed. Thank you. The next item in the agenda is Lee Baldwin, 207 Main Street, Southport, Connecticut, for a property located at 207 Main Street for a new second-story addition. Is there anyone here to present this application?
Good afternoon. I'm Jack Franson. I'm here to represent Lee Baldwin. And I have some foam core boards, but I think there's one drawing that may be a little confusing on the screen. So I might show the rendering if that is the case. Lee Baldwin is the owner of this house. It's an 1804 Federal. It's located at the southeast end of Main Street, across from the Southport School. And we are proposing a second-story addition on the house. The lots on this part of Main Street are really narrow. So if you look at all the houses on that side of the street, additions of any size end up on the rear of the house. And that's what we're proposing. And the addition will be stacked on top of the rear kitchen extension and beneath a previous attic addition. The placement of the new work on the rear will not interfere with the character defining fabric and is consistent with the Fairfield Guidebook and Secretary of the Interior standards, where you're not supposed to put additions on, primary elevations. Due to the size of the lot and the addition, the addition needed approval from ZBA. All the neighbors were contacted and shown the plans, and they all, wrote letters or signed petitions. And when we did go to ZBA last month, it was approved unanimously. And the reason for this addition is basically the prior owner, 2 prior owners ago, the prior owner had a stepfather who was unable to use the stairs. So they converted the space on the ground floor to a bedroom, and they created a bathroom where the powder room had been. And then there's really only 1 bathroom per floor. And Lee has daughters, and she wants to have a second bathroom on the second floor and wants to convert the ground floor full bath back into a powder room, which makes much more sense. The addition itself, which you can see on the bottom of that sheet there is about 12 by 12. I think it's 12 by 12 foot 6.5. The size, proportion, and placement of windows, if you look at the rear elevation, is consistent with the addition on the third floor, where the windows are stacked one above the other. Yeah, that shows up better there than it did on the online documents. The siding will match the existing. The corner boards, casing, cornice will all be wood. The roof on this addition is a low pitch, so it'll be seamed copper. The windows will be wood with SDL construction, and the wood shutters will match the existing shutters on the house. And happy to answer any questions that you might have.
More?
I have no questions.
George?
No question, Jack. Nice job. Thank you.
Art?
No questions. Looks good, Jack.
Jim? Perhaps we lost Jim? And I do not have any questions. Are there any questions from the public? There were no letters in favor of this application nor opposing this application, so this hearing is now closed. Thank you.
Thank you.
There he goes.
Jim, just coming back to you. Do you have any questions about that application? Okay. Next item in the agenda, Pierre Tarantelli, 46 Willow Street, Southport, Connecticut, for a property located at 46 Willow Street. For A, enclose the existing screen porch. B, remove the existing wooden steps. And so A and B. Is there anyone here representing this application?
Yes, good afternoon. I'm Jack Franzen, and I'm representing the Tarantelli family, of which the elder generation is present on my right. And this is a Dutch colonial house in the guidebook. Was built in 1901, and it was called the Francis Sherwood House. It sits mid-block on the west side of Willow Street between Westway and Old South Road. And at one time, it was the rectory for Trinity Church. And if you look at I just found this today, if you look at the Pequot Library picture file, there's a picture of the house really very much like the way it looks today, except for the balustrade on the bay. And it doesn't have that sort of pilot house addition that you see now on the left side of the house. The porch that we're talking about is on the rear of the house. It's pretty hard to see, but again, it's on the rear of the house. I think you can see it maybe a little bit from Willow Street. If you look through the front porch of the house, you can see it. And if you look at an angle between 14 Willow Street, at an angle, you can see parts of it. It's kind of hard to see from that angle. If there were no trees and no leaves, you could probably see it from Old South Road as you're heading east. We're proposing to convert the existing porch to a year-round habitable space. Currently, it's an unconditioned porch, and it's divided into vertically proportioned screened sections. You can see there are 4 sections on the, you blow it up there, you can see there's 4 sections on the gable end. And then there are these skinny little sections on the corners. And our proposal is to keep the proportions and the openings as similar as we can. We are basically taking casement windows and using them, either operable or stationary ones, to fill in the top sections of the screen. And then on the bottom, we're using wood panels. And then on the north side, there is the whole midsection is going to be paneled because there's going to be an armoire on that wall. And the Tarantellis will use that for storage. All the steps that are now on the north side won't be needed anymore. We're going to remove those. And with all the new finished material, which would be wood casing, wood panels, it'll all be wood. The windows will be SDL construction, all wood exterior. All the original material on the freeze board and above it is going to remain. So we're just changing what's below the freeze board. Like I said, the existing porch isn't very easy to see. You can see it a little bit from Willis Street and a little bit from Old South Road. Because of this fact and the fact that we're substantially maintaining the proportion and the massing and all that, I think it's an appropriate addition or renovation, I should say. Be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you. I see that Greg Valenta is now present.
Cool.
Maura, do you have any questions?
I do not have any questions. Thank you.
George, do you have any questions?
No, thank you, Jack. Nice job.
Art, do you have any questions?
No, thanks.
Jim, do you have any questions?
No questions, Rosita. Thank you.
Greg, do you have any questions?
No questions. Thank you.
And I do not have any questions. Are there any questions from the public? There were no letters in favor or opposing this application, so this hearing is now closed. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item in the agenda is John Maxwell Soper and Berkeley Bank Soper, 1074 Harbor Road, Southport, Connecticut, for a property located at 1074 Harbor Road. For A, remove the picket fence and expose the hedge. Is there anyone here to present this application? I know they had mentioned they were gonna be here at 5. I advised them to be here no later than 4:45. I texted them to tell them that they were about 10 minutes away from their application when Jack began. So if no one minds, let's take, say, a 10-minute break and wait for them so that we don't have to kind of notice this again for next month and everything. So I'm going to
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine. It came back.
It did come back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you. Oh,
Thank you.
so
That's all right.
I can't hear it. Why don't you want it?
They're waiting for an applicant.
I see.
Taking, thank you.
I didn't realize you were waiting. I apologize.
I sent a few texts.
Oh dear. Hi,
So let
everybody.
me start again. The next application in the agenda is John Maxwell Soper and Berkeley Bank Soper, 1074 Harbor Road, Southport, Connecticut, for a property located at 1074 Harbor Road for A, remove a picket fence and expose the hedge. Is there anyone here representing this application?
Me, John Maxwell Soper.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm going to start out by saying we've been residents here in Southport for 34 years, lived in the same house for a long time, and done a few things throughout our history there. And I wanted to pay you a compliment, Rosina, because you've been very considerate to us and you've made it easy for me to put together the plan, and you've answered all my calls and all of my requests. So thank you for that. What we're looking to do is simply take our fence that's there down, and it's in the front of the property, and there it is, and then eliminate the fence and have just a hedgerow exposed, which is very similar, which I happen to have pictures of, and I don't believe I shared those with you, of other properties in the neighborhood, which have hedgerows with no picket fence. So that's all I have here to show, and I can show that to everybody like this. This is looking down the street, looking to the due north. Now, this is looking at our neighbor's house, or towards the neighbor's house. This is an entry to 1036 Harbor Road, and this is the hedge each way. I don't know where I should be showing this. This is looking down from the neighbor's house down towards our house where the hedgerow is. And there's that picture. That's it. The fence was unfortunately in rough shape, and we thought we would go back to the basics and clean it up.
Maura, do you have any questions?
I do not have any questions. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
George, do you have any questions?
Yeah, hi, good afternoon, Max.
Hi, George.
I walked Harbor Road today specifically to look at fences, and my first reaction was that, I kind of like the fences, but to be honest with you, I think when you look on the across from the harbor, I don't think there's anybody with a fence. They're all hedgerows. So I think it's perfectly in keeping to see the fence disappear. I might suggest, I think it's already gone, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I went looking for the fence and it wasn't there.
There's a reason for that. We had some clarity prior to the meeting, suggesting that it was permissible.
Yeah, no, I think the hedge would be very appropriate. So.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, Max.
Art, do you have any questions? Art? Hearing nothing from Art, We'll move on to Jim. Jim, do you have any questions?
No questions. If George says it's good, it's good.
Thanks, Jim.
Right. Greg, do you have any questions?
No, no questions. Thank you.
Okay, and I do not have any questions. Are there any questions from the public? Hearing no, there were no letters in favor of this application nor letters opposing this application. So this hearing is now closed. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are now gonna be moving to the consideration of the public hearings, items 1 through 5. We'll start with Elliot and Osgood and Christine Clement, 33 Spruce Street, Southport, Connecticut, for a property located at 33 Spruce Street for A, repair the asphalt driveway by, going back again. We'll start with the first item in the agenda. Christopher and Christina Albert, 229 Old Post Road, Fairfield, Connecticut, for a property located at 229 Old Post Road. For A, demo the existing garage and construct a new garage with covered porch on the side. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve as submitted.
And I'll second it.
Okay. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor? I need Greg and George. Are you
Yes.
guys in favor?
Yeah,
Yes.
my hand was there.
Okay,
We can't,
we cannot see you. You're, you don't have video, Greg.
I don't have video.
Nope.
I don't have,
Yeah. I vote yes.
Okay, thank you. Well, Art is not voting on this one since he was not. Actually,
he isn't.
Greg couldn't, but Art is not, so. Okay. So the motion passes unanimously. The next item in the agenda is Elliot Osgood and Christine Clement, 33 Spruce Street, Southport, Connecticut, for a property located at 33 Spruce Street for A, repair the asphalt driveway by converting to unpaved with native stone, grits, natural light gray native color, and B, 18-inch apron as required by the Town of Fairfield Engineering Department. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
I'll second it.
A clarification, it's a cement apron, right?
It's asphalt.
It's an asphalt apron.
Okay, just as stated.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor? Okay, the motion passes. The next item is Lee Baldwin, 207 Main Street, Southport, Connecticut, for a property located at 207 Main Street for a new second-story addition. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve as submitted.
I'll second it.
And I'll second.
Mara will second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, let's vote. All in favor? Jim, you cannot vote because when we asked for the discussion, you were not present, so the motion passes. The next item in the agenda is Pierre Tarantelli, 46 Willow Street, Southport, Connecticut, for a property located at 46 Willow Street for A, enclose the existing screen porch, and B, remove the existing wooden steps. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve as submitted.
Anyone seconds?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Hearing none, let's vote. All in favor? Okay, the motion passes. The next item in the agenda is John Maxwell Soper and Berkeley Bank Soper, 1074 Harbor Road, Southport, Connecticut, for a property located at 1074 Harbor Road. For A, remove the picket fence and expose the hedge. Is there a motion?
I'd make a motion to approve as submitted.
And I'll second.
Sorry, let him second it.
Jim seconds.
Yes.
Is there a discussion? No discussion, so let's vote. All in favor? Motion passes. The hearing is now closed. Now we are going to, thank you to everyone. We're going to move into the approval of the meeting minutes. Present at that meeting was George Clark, Art Gravanis, Jim Acmondo, Maura Garrick, Greg Valente, and myself. Is there a motion?
I'll make.
I'll move to approve the minutes as presented.
Okay,
Second them.
and Maura
Second.
seconds. Too late, George. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, let's vote. All in favor?
Yes.
Greg, are you voting?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
The motion passes.
Yep.
Moving on to the chairman's report, there were 2 repairs this time, 174 Hubble Lane and 2829 Bronson Road. There were 5 demolitions that we received letters for. 28 Country Road, 29 Suzanne Circle, 54 Timothy Street, 57 Welch Terrace, and 336 Hyundai Avenue. There were no violations. For the old business, we are still doing the handbook update. The consultant was taking a break as he had provided an invoice and no payment had been provided to him, so he had to work on other things in the meantime. However, the handbook is almost complete for the draft for all of us to start looking at it, most likely in a few weeks. So as soon as he gives us the updated handbook, we'll try to share it with everyone to make sure that there are no comments before we complete it. The second item is the storage container at Southport train station. Both the Historic District Commission and the Building Department reached out to the owners of Patchy. We never heard anything from them, except for in the last meeting, we indicated that there were some options that they had presented for screening. However, it seems that as of yesterday, the container has been removed. We're gonna see if this is a permanent removal or exactly what will happen to that container. But for the time being, there will be no violations from the historic or building department in terms of the container. The next item is 431 South Benson Road, which I have not heard about the updates on the report that was being made by Preserve Connecticut for this structure that will eventually be demolished. But we'll have, request an update from them for the next meeting. Moving on to new business, right-of-way watershed in the Southport Historic District. There have been some questions about properties facing the watershed and what is considered the right-of-way. I spoke with the town attorney, who has indicated that the watershed is part of the historic district's right-of-way. So we will have to look in the future for some of the properties that come for certificate of appropriateness and the work that they are performing that might affect the views on the waterway. Is there any comments, any questions about old business or new business?
Where is that?
I'll answer after because the public is not able to speak at this time.
Thank you.
Any questions? Hearing none. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second it.
Maura second, so she was faster.
We missed Darren.
I know.
Is, let's go ahead and vote. Everyone in favor of the motion? The meeting is now closed. Thank you.